The SLIXZZ RICO story. I used to. Was it SLIXZZ and him and Holla?
Yeah, with the hammer, plenty pictures I done painted. Them judge read the charges, shit, mama nearly fainted. My hood been Iraq, and bricks like the Navy in the kitchen whipping gravy, try and get it for the baby.
Feel me? Hello, blah 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 blah. We get off the phone and then I grab the steering wheel again and then I hear the first shot.
I feel like everybody's had that time in a life where they just been on the battle rap shit. They've been watching the battle rap shit, going through that little binge watching. I feel like everybody's had that shit at least once in their life.
Like the first one, you know what I mean? Because I grabbed it, like I was looking at him, I grabbed the steering wheel and shit. I hear the shot go off and go through my arm. You know what I mean? He got out the car and started shooting through the passenger.
And I guess they had to cut your stomach open, or?
Yeah, definitely had to zip me up, yep.
Damn.
Did you actually show that, or?
Yeah, of course.
Shit. Damn, that shit bad, but like, bro, I see motherfuckers get cut from their fucking chest all the way down.
To like 37, some shit like that.
In this spot right here, you feel me? I was parked in this spot, sitting at the light right here. Literally, I was the third car from the light, sitting right here. 5 bullets through here, you heard?
You got a couple indicted.
No, I didn't get anybody indicted.
You got a couple.
I didn't get a single person indicted.
All right, rapper SLIXZZ facing a judge today after being indicted in a federal racketeering case.
Yeah, if convicted, he could be spending many years behind bars.
I try to say Vlad got him in.
Hey, yo, squad, what's the drill? Back with another video, man. Looks like another legend in hip-hop culture has been swooped up by the feds by that dreaded RICO, spreading like a legal disease. This time, battle rap legend SLIXZZ got hemmed up, and it's looking like he potentially may be going away for a long time. Beating the attempted hit charge, survived being shot 5 times, and now a new enemy stands in front of him to try to overcome. His life has been a crazy ride. Is this where it ends? That's what we gonna find out. So without further ado, let's skip the play and get down to business. Rajon Cox came up in the streets of New Jersey, Newark to be exact, where he earned the name SLIXZZ as the battle rapper flooding the game like a tsunami.
Grew up in New Jersey.
Yeah, I'm from Newark.
Newark, New Jersey.
Yep.
His future will become impacted by the streets that made him. SLIXZZ's mind was tainted with trauma and PTSD from a young age when he saw someone's cap get peeled back. To this day, the image still lives rent-free in his head as one of the beginnings that led to the demons he fights daily.
Nah, like when the shots started going off, everybody started running, you feel me? Like when you stop though, when you look like, once they stop, you feel me? And everybody look around and you like look back, you see a crowd of you feel me? I'm little as hell, you go look and shit, you like, you feel me, sit open, like.
At that point, SLIXZZ had to make a decision. Was it with the path that he wanted to follow, or turn back and go focus on school and being a law-abiding citizen? The answer he chose was to go neck deep in the trenches. By this time, he was already affiliated with the Rolling 60s Crips, putting in work and establishing himself as a savage in Newark. But after that moment, there's no turning back. That lifestyle came with a lot of losses that only pushed SLIXZZ further down the dark path. One of the most important was the relationship with his friends, and worse yet, his moms and pops.
You take a lot of losses with that shit, you lose relationships. That's the biggest thing, you feel me? Like, I feel like that shit put a strain on the relationship with me and my pops.
SLIXZZ started being alienated from his regular peers, and with his broken relationship with his pops, it only placed more strain in the little bond that they had. The streets became like a second home, and SLIXZZ adapted to the habitat well. The problem was, he began making enemies both legally and illegally. It was the cops and the ops, and both would later impact his life heavily. Sure enough, one of them caught him lacking first. After graduating high school, the cops would apprehend SLIXZZ on a gun charge at 18 years old. This led to a 3-year process becoming a free man. The first year in jail fighting the case, the second year out on bail, and the third year serving time in prison with seasoned criminals.
You know what I mean? I'm fighting the charge, I bail out, I'm still going to court for the charge.
Yeah.
You feel me? Then I end up taking, all right, give me the 3 years.
Got it.
You know what I mean? So I end up pulling like 20 months off the,
Okay.
20-something.
You'd think the jail system would try to reform him, but instead, he was tossed around grown folks in that environment. SLIXZZ was forced to grow up even quicker.
That's another world, like it's grown men in there, you know what I mean? Like it's gladiator school in there, you know what I mean? Type shit. And those are things like people like me, people where I'm from, like you grow up real fast, so they be like.
What was even tough on Sue Surf's mind was the fact that his shorty was pregnant with his daughter. Sue Surf would finally get to meet his baby at 3 months old when he was back out. Going through all that with the streets and fighting for his freedom and banging on the ops, trying not to get hit up by the ops, there was one silver lining somewhere in the background. It was rap. Sue Surf always wanted to rap. Since a kid, when his mom bought him a karaoke machine, he was just rapping everywhere.
Nah, I've been rapping for forever. Like, my mom bought me a karaoke machine when I was 8. My 8th grade yearbook say rapper. Like, I never thought, I never had a job. I never thought I was gonna do nothing else. Like, I've always been the best rapper everywhere I went since I was for forever. Cafeteria, jail, everywhere. Like, I never thought I was gonna do nothing else.
He made his URL battle rap debut in 2010 against another talented lyricist, Young Ill. The battle happened when he was out on bail on the gun charge before accepting the 3-year deal and going back in to finish his final year. During that time, an old head behind bars put him on game about regretting wasting his talent while he was free and encouraged Sue Surf to take it more serious. At that point, that's exactly what he did, but he would still downplay the opportunities his talent could bring. Instead, him and his homies simply saw it as a light out of the darkness, something to take them away from the everyday grimy scene of the trap. Over time, the culture of battle rap changed and Sue Surf became a legend in that arena. His talent was unmatched and one of the elite. To date, his match with Hitman Holla goes down as one of the dopest battles in rap history, with views on YouTube racking up to 9 million and counting.
I mean, do you think that Hitman Holla was your biggest battle?
Yeah, today, number-wise and shit, of course.
Your mother was at the game. Cardboard colors, press signs. My mother was in pain. You want to speak to the inmate?
Press 9.
It seems Sue Surf was up and out of here. He held respect in the battle rap community and was releasing music and earned him a life where his talent was making bread.
Holding me down, you know what I mean? In a sense, almost like, not even almost, monetarily, it was like, it was enough where I could battle, and then I was doing enough in between musically, whether I had been touring with Joe Budden or my merch or, you know what I mean, mixtapes and stuff like that.
From his touring with Slaughterhouse heavyweight Joe Budden to merch and his music projects, Sue Surf was finally tasting what that life could bring him. But in 2017, we saw what many thought would be his downfall. Sue Surf, in trying to stand 10 toes down for his peoples after his bro was shot, retaliated on an op and was arrested on an attempted hit charge.
The attempted murder one.
March of 2000, what's that, March 2017? That little...
Okay, so
March
you're how old?
Like,
you're
27.
27.
Having already gotten a bad name with the legal system and being a rolling 60s Crip, it was looking grim. But my man stuck it out and beat the case after spending upwards of $60K fighting the case behind bars for a year. At that point, a pattern started showing that hinted that Sue Surf might still have one foot in the trenches, unable to let the streets go. In a Vlad interview, he revealed that while he was fighting the attempted hit charge, he was already on bail for another gun possession case.
Ultimately, how much money did you end up spending on your lawyer?
Well, I was already on bail for a charge, so I was already on bail for a possession charge. You know what I mean? So I already had a lawyer fighting one case, so I went in and had to get another lawyer for this case. You know what I mean? So probably between them, like within that whole little 2.5 year span or something like that, like $55,000, $60,000.
$60,000. But you know how it goes. Sometimes you gotta go through it another time to learn the lesson, and Sue Surf was beginning to get the picture. While in jail, it was like the foolery in his actions started getting through. Bro had the battle rap game in a chokehold and making bank as a solo artist too, but he threw it all away. I mean, people was even asking him for autographs while he was locked up. He had all that success and was letting it go to waste, not realizing that the Sue Surf now wasn't the same one before the fame. The world was about to get a new pseudo, a good head on his shoulders, and a man that now understood how blessed he was to make it into an industry where he doesn't have to live that life in the streets. But the streets had other plans. Sue Surf made the mistake of getting too comfortable while still being active on his ops head. Bro was in the ops neighborhood dropping off a baddie thinking they wasn't going to slide. In 2018, the same year he got home and dropped the classic freestyle on bars.
The way he be explaining this shit is funny as hell.
I-95.
Remember sitting in that cell, Jordan and McGrady. That's 23 and 1. Window blocked so I can't see the sun. Push-ups 100 down all the way to 1. Just caught another case like I ain't just beat a gun.
Sue Surf was wet up 5 times at a traffic light as the ops hopped out and hit him up.
Dropping somebody off. This is reality. This is what happened. I'm dropping somebody off. I go drop them off. I ride through the hood, through they hood.
Right.
And then I gotta ride back to get home. You know, the average. If y'all on my side of town and I see you twice, and you from the other side of town, some fishy shit.
Yeah, you up to something.
You know what I mean? Type shit. And I wasn't even thinking like that. I'm too cool. You know what I mean? I'm chilling, bitch in the car. But oh yeah. You know what I mean? Get caught at a light.
Sue Surf got hit twice in his ribs, twice in his stomach, and once in the arm.
You said the first shot went through your arm.
Well,
Where'd the rest of the shots go?
2 right here, 2 of my ribs, 2 of my stomach.
One of the bullets also pierced his colon. Sue Surf hopped out of the whip and it was fight or flight. He flagged down the car until he finally found one with a door open and just dropped in and told bro take him to the hospital.
Whereas he said, look, I'm not from around here. You know what I mean? I don't know where no hospital is, but if you tell me where you going, where you need to go, I'll take you there. I mean, I just put my head back on the headrest and shit. I'm like, call this number for me. He called my man. I'm like, yo, I got shot. He laughed like, yo, stop playing. I'm like, nah, for real, meet me at the hospital. I got shot. I mean, I'm just directing him.
Sue Surf took about 37 stitches through surgery that saved his life. His life was again spared, but it dragged him even closer back into the trenches. A year later in 2019, Sue Surf was again in hot waters when he was again caught on gun charges. He was struggling to detach from his past life. In an interview with Bootleg Kev, Sue Surf said one thing that would have consequences on his life forever. He says he runs with a pack and he with whatever type of time to pack on. He's the golden child, meaning he's like the breadwinner and they'll protect him, but it's still go time on an op who wants him ended.
Of a following, I run with my pack.
I feel you.
I'm on whatever type of time I pack on. I mean, obviously, I'm the golden child, so my pack tries to protect me from the extra outside shit that's going on. I'm running with the pack, though. It will never be okay.
Gotcha.
It will never, ever be okay. That's
Sue Surf is allegedly referring to his Rolling 60s affiliation, and that is what got him hemmed up in the events to come. He had the music, a life to make good bread legally, the respect in the industry, but them streets, man, the gang life had bro in a chokehold. And maybe he wanted to dip, but because he's like a star making all the paper, he can't. I don't bang, but I assume it's not as simple as saying, all right, yo, I'm out. Even still, Sue Surf was in too deep, and it caught up to him big time. October 2022, an account belonging to Sue Surf began posting messages referencing a RICO charge that many first speculated was all capped to promote some new project. But if they knew anything about Sue Surf, he don't cap. One tweet in particular really sounded like he was going through it. You could almost hear the hurt in his voice typing the words. I'll probably never step on a stage again. God has a way of humbling us.
Damn.
Man. The next we see in the picture online, October 13th, was the report that the feds ran down on Sue Surf and he was arrested on RICO. It didn't take long for official reports to begin streaming in, and things were looking bad. Urban Fox 5 OG reporter Lisa Evers officially broke the news online. She went on to break down what actually happened, and it looked like it was a rough situation. He allegedly tried to dip with a shorty at the crib out the back door, but realizing he was surrounded, he went back in and locked himself inside for about an hour. They had to bring negotiators and all that. Now they've just got motive to deny the bail. I guess he was making sure he didn't get killed or maybe written evidence, but it gave prosecutors more ammo.
Sources told our Lisa Evers that agents approached the home where Surf and a female were staying, and the two tried to exit the house from the back door, but law enforcement had the house surrounded, so the two went back inside the house, refusing to come out. Negotiators were called in, and about an hour later, he surrendered.
It turns out the feds weren't playing. Investigations reached back as far as 2015, where they built the RICO case on Sue Surf's gang, the New Jersey Rolling 60 Crips, and the indictment charges list crimes including hits, racketeering, illegal substances, and weapons offenses. Sue Surf was arrested along with 9 other alleged gang members. They got Sue Surf allegedly on Instagram directing members to go buy illegal substances, shooting at the ops.
You telling me only 9 members, bro?
Sue Surf was
1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. 8. I don't know. Bro, that's not like a lot of people, bro, so it's like
arrested along with 9 other alleged gang members. They got Sue Surf allegedly on Instagram directing members to go buy illegal substances, shooting at the ops, messaging about seizure of guns to other alleged gang members, discussing moving weight in the IG group chat, and the list goes on. Sue Surf was really still heavy in the field according to the 51-page unsealed indictment.
The point of today's hearing was to lay out the charges against him. He was not required to enter a plea. Federal prosecutors are hitting him with 1 count of racketeering conspiracy. That faces a maximum penalty of 20 years in prison, and 1 count of possession of firearms and ammunition by a convicted felon. That carries a maximum penalty of 10 years.
What's worse is that according to the criminal
That's the maximum.
federal trial attorney Philip Hamilton, all these charges and evidence can still be added on. So Sue Surf is only at the beginning of this long fight to freedom, if it's even possible. What's certain is that he's staring down 20+ years if he found guilty. Recently, not sure where he got his info from, but Flacco with No Jumper in a discussion about the case stated that Sue Surf is never coming home because his big homie is snitching on him.
That case is crazy because there's already testifying. His big homie is testifying on him. It's crazy, bro. Yeah, man, you know, like Sue Surf big homie is cooperating, you feel me? Right, so, you know, he has no chance of beating this in my eyes.
That was the fears of Lisa and Philip, that most times dudes would turn rat to save themselves. So time will tell if it's true. In a breakdown by Sue Surf beforehand of how serious things were looking, he himself said to the interview host, "My reality is you might never see me on stage again.
My reality is you might never see me on a stage ever again."
Along with that, he seemed to have hinted at the snitch rumors to be true.
Don't get tricked up thinking that because y'all Pampers got chains together that they won't drop a ball on you, drop no water, take them cigarettes like that.
Damn,
that shit. I ain't knew you all my life. I tell you what, I'm fighting with you. I would never tell on you.
Sue Surf finally seemed to make it, but the streets is not only taking a toll on his mind, but the gang affiliation has possibly chained him to being a slave to the lifestyle, and now may have chained him to being a slave to the prison system. What more could be said, but hope the best for my brother Sue Surf, man. Hold your head. I'm out, y'all.
Nah, this was a good video.